Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Earlham Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. And we got ourselves a non-conference matchup this way in the season, man. We are taking on the Auburn Tigers, who've been a little disappointing, man. They're 4-5 with a 2-4 conference record. Meanwhile, we are undefeated thus far in this season, so Lee Corso is going to be rocking with us, but this could be an interesting challenge, man. Auburn, at least on paper, has the better team than we do, but they haven't showed it on the field. They're a B+ overall squad with a B offense and a B+ defense. We're a B overall team with a B- offense and a B+ defense. So, I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see how things shake out necessarily. It's going to be a good one regardless, so I really do need you guys to do me a favor before we get into it, man. I need you guys to smash that like button. I need you to hit me up down in these comments, and I need you, most importantly, if you're brand new and you like what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button, man, so we can, grow this community that we got going on here, man. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get this game underway, man. I am excited to get it going. Let's go, baby. Alright, man, so we have one job and simply one job only, and that is to simply try to tear down this SEC bias, man, as we get a big hit to start the game, man. Greg McNamara thought he had a completion, but he ran into Javonte McGurran, who just lit him up like a Christmas tree. As we go to 2nd and 10 now, this time McNamara going on the run. MJ Granson can't bring him down, but it looks like Deontay McLaurin and Cameron Frost as well coming in there and making the tackle at the last possible moment. But we do at least get them to a 3rd and long a few plays later. Would love to see them off of the field, and that's one way to get it done. Oh, short, that was way, which is not even close to that 1st down marker, man. And, we get some good field position to work with as well, as we're still trying to see, if we can get our first points of the game. It's been a little bit of a struggle fest. We've been kind of going back and forth, kind of feeling each other out. One of the unique things of, having a non-conference matchup, this late in the season. As Jariah Bond puts the ball on the ground, you have to be kidding, my guy. That was going to be our first down of the game, but instead it's our first turnover of the game as well. Jariah Bond, it's a no-doubter, no replay system's going to overturn that call. And now we're going to have to deal with this Auburn offense who's running the Wildcat. And Rodgers going downfield and picking up a gain of 16 on the play. A 1st down for the Tigers. We've got another 1st and 10 coming up. Rodgers going up the middle of the field. They're killing us with this Wildcat so far. It has simply not been a good look whatsoever. And they know it too, man. They're going to keep running that Wildcat until we find a way to stop them here. Although they're going to actually pass with the running back. No idea who was going to throw that football to, but Mario Hernandez gets his hands on the ball, and that's our first turnover today. Let's go, baby. We needed that in the worst play because Auburn was certainly driving down the field. And now we got our own offense out here on the field. 1st and 10 coming up. Get a quick throw out to Adam Hill III, who ends up picking up a gain of 8. So a very short 2nd and 2 coming up here. Got to hit him with the read option. Going with CJ Holman up the gut. And Holman does end up picking up the 1st down. This will be our actual first down of this game. It took us most of the quarter to do it, but we at least got it done. And now let's see if our offense can go ahead and relax a little bit, which it seems like it is doing for the most part, starting to settle in a little bit here. A little bit of jitters. I guess, playing against an SEC squad. I don't know why. We're the favorite coming into this game, as Miami should have had that pass to Jariah Bond. That's an out route, dude. You got to make that throw. But instead, 3rd and inches coming up here. Try to hit him with a play action. Miami trying to run away from some pressure, but it's going to be sacked behind the backfield as Arnold Linesbecker is able to track down Miami Uiagalelei. Nobody was open. Just could not escape pressure in time. And it's still tied up at 0. It's almost been a whole quarter now, as we do force another 3 and out, though, on the Auburn Tigers. Let's see if our special teams can do something to help our offense out a little bit, because we are definitely struggling to get past midfield. Only 42 yards of total offense thus far. Gotta do a little bit better here, as Frank Bowers will have a chance to go ahead and return this punt, who's taking it down the sideline and actually does get a good chunk of yards. A gain of 20 on that punt return. Frank Bowers, one of the best returners in the entire nation. He's really stepped up after his redshirt season, but we'll see if it turns to points, though, as nobody has scored yet. It is still all tied up at 0 apiece, and it really has been a back and forth affair. Nobody has really done anything till right here is Miami trying to force something down the middle of the field, and it's going to be a costly mistake, as Alex Edwards was able to get his paws on the ball, trying to get it out to C.J. Holman. And now the Auburn Tigers on the move with their best field position of the day, going to hand it off to Harrison, who's going to be caught up in the backfield, though. Our defenders ready to step up for the challenge, as MJ Granson gets his first tackle of this game. Justin Burden actually with a rare miss. You don't usually see that very often, but I mean, we got guys coming in and rallying to the football, as we do go ahead and see what they do here on a 2nd and 15. Doing another quarterback run, and this time it's for good results. Setting up a 3rd and short coming up here is McNamara. Dropping back, throwing to the right-hand side, and gets it to Greg Hodges, who goes ahead and picks up the first down. Gain of 18 is now 1st and 10. McNamara dropping back, facing some pressure. And who's there to make the tackle? Frank Bowers gets in there and makes the sack. Give our defense a little bit of running room to work with here, as we almost, we tried to intercept that football. We weren't quite in possession there. We did get ourselves a TFL. So a 3rd and 21 coming up here. They're going to have to throw towards the first down marker, which they're not going to have time to do whatsoever. Loss of 8. And that actually got them outside of field goal range. So now, game's still all tied up at 0. Don't get me wrong, but maybe some momentum coming through for us right here, right now. But we got to move quickly on this drive. Not a lot of time left on this clock here. Is now Miami looking around, going to try to throw it downfield. 1-on-2 for Jakeem Short, and just mosses both defenders. Earlham now in field goal range, but we're thinking about more, though, as Miami drops back, rolls over to the right-hand side, throws it downfield. End zone. Touchdown, Earlham. Jakeem Short not coming up short there. And it's the first score of the day. The only score of this first half. It's still a pretty tight ball game here. We're only up 7-0 at the half. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get the second half officially underway. And we do get the ball to start the second half. As we go ahead, we get some big yardage right out the gate. Jariah Bond going up the middle of the defense and slicing it apart for a gain of 25. So it only took one play, but we're already across midfield. But that million-dollar question, though, is can we do something with it? We've kind of struggled offensively in the first half, so this would be great if we can turn things around here, as Holman does end up making the catch out of the backfield and picking up a gain of 7. Is now 3rd and short coming up here. Miami dropping back the pass. Got third and short coming up. Miami looking to the left-hand side. Gets it out to Jariah Bond once again. And now here we go. 1st and 10 coming up here is now 1st and 10. Miami dropping back. Going over the middle to Eric Sprinkle Jr. And he drops the pass though. 3rd and long coming up here because of that. And definitely a tough spot for us right now as Miami tries to pick up the 1st down. Almost gets it with Adam Hill to 3rd. But of course, we are going to be just short of the marker. As now 4th and short coming up here. Kick is up and it's going to be good. Jacob Ramos is able to nail that kick. And that does get us up 10-0 for the time being. Plus, we also got ourselves, a 3 and out against Auburn as well. So we get the drive downfield once again, trying to get that momentum going on the offensive side of the ball. We've got another 1st and 10 coming up here. Miami throwing to the right-hand side, and Jake Elliott is wide, but make it open into the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. And we're going to now be up 17-0. And we're starting to find that mojo now because Auburn has not been able to get much of anything going on offense themselves. Another 3 and out forced upon them. And we now go ahead. Jake Elliott picks up another 1st down, fresh off of the, touchdown grab that he had on the previous drive as well. And yeah, we're really starting to find that momentum now. We're starting to find the rhythm. And when all sides of the ball is clicking like we got it clicking right now, watch out. This is usually when the game gets out of hand as Miami actually takes a sack. Could not find anyone open downfield. And a loss of 10 as a result of it. So now a 2nd and really long coming up here. We do pick up most of the yardage back. We get it to Jake Elliott and thanks to his catch, it does at least make it a more reasonable 3rd down coming up here. Is now 3rd and 6. Miami dropping back. He's looking around. Going to go ahead. He's going to actually break a tackle. Gets away from another defender and picks up another gain of 20. What a run by Miami. Stiff-arming a defender into the ground when your quarterback, I'm talking about the quarterback right now, able to go ahead and do that. Oh, man, it's going to be a long day for that defense. I'll tell you what, man. So we got another 1st and 10 as a result of it as Miami tries to throw over the middle. Eric Sprinkle Jr. drops it. That almost cost us, that could have been another interception if we weren't careful there. So now a 3rd and long coming up here is now Miami. Throwing over the middle, finds Henry B. York in the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. An original walk-on. Able to get the record-setting touchdown pass from Miami Uiagalelei. That's the 63rd touchdown pass of Miami's collegiate career. And that will go ahead and set a new school record in the process. So congratulations for him being able to go ahead and get that done real quick. As we got another 1st and 10 coming up. McNamara trying to scramble. Nobody trying to get to him, though. Mario Hernandez can't make the tackle. And Finn Otis and Frank Bowers both have to step in order to make those tackles happen. But it's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter, though. We are now up 24-0, really trying to pull away here. So let's go ahead and get this 4th quarter officially underway. We got ourselves a nice 24-0 lead right now. And I would love to see Auburn, get shut out. Just tear down that SEC bias, man. Even though they may not be ranked, but you know how SEC teams are treated compared to other teams in the conference sometimes. Even though some say it's not even the best conference. Some say it's overrated. That's not what I'm saying. That's just what other people say. That's just me, though. As Rodgers tries to go ahead and hands it off. He gets it up the middle and picks up a gain of 8. So Auburn in some serious striking distance to get their first points on the board finally. And McNamara is going to get them closer. A nice bullet pass over to Greg Hodges, who's able to pick up a gain of 13. As now 3rd and goal coming up here. Going to go ahead and we'll see what they're trying to do here as they try to set up some kind of screen, but Deontay McLaurin almost picks it off. 4th and goal. Auburn's going to go for it here, trying to get the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, it seems like, as McNamara dropping back, but Finn Otis gets to him, though, and lits him up like a Christmas tree. His 3rd sack of the game, and not coming in any bigger of a moment than right now. And so our offense back out on the field here. We got a real chance here to go ahead and try to get some more points on the board. And shoot, if we even get a touchdown, I might go ahead and put in our backups in, you know, make sure our starters stay healthy, because we got some bigger fish to fry than just this game. I feel pretty good with what we're doing. It's going to have to take a major meltdown for us to go ahead and lose this game somehow. But I don't see that happening with this squad. We got ourselves a pretty good football team here, as we got a 2nd and 5 coming up. Miami trying to throw it out to the right-hand side, but it's intercepted by Edwards. One man to beat, but Miami gets in the way, though. And just a sloppy day for Miami Uiagalelei. That's the 3rd turnover for him on the day. And oh no, did I accidentally jinx us in the process? We got a 1st and 10 coming up here as McNamara dropping back, going over the middle to Jude, who almost manages to pick up the 1st down, but not necessarily quite. And so we do get him to a 3rd and inches. Couple plays later now, as Hodges, he's going to be moved into motion, but it's a pass play, though. McNamara trying to scramble, but Ian Levine is going to get hit as well. That's one of his 1st sacks of the day. Able to bull rush up the middle and collapse the pocket. So Auburn's going to have to go ahead and deal with another 4th down here. Can they at least convert this one? They only need a few yards. As McNamara dropping back, going to try to throw to left-hand side, but it's broken up by who else? Deontay McLaurin. Although Auburn's not going to give up just yet, we go 3 and out on our next possession. As Auburn tries to go ahead. Maybe 1st time's a charm for them. Maybe they might go ahead and get some actual points on the board, but we are not making it any easier. Chris Ty, he's going to go ahead and get a sack as well. It's turning to a little bit of a sack party over here as we get him to a 3rd and 15 here. Trying to run the no huddle, but one of Auburn's receivers taking their time, you know, trying to get to the line of scrimmage. Has got a 3rd and long here. McNamara drops back. He's got some time to work with. Throws over the right-hand side. Almost actually picks up the 1st down there. Jared Rogers, he picks up 14 and finally has positive receiving yards, but a 4th down is still a 4th down at the end of the day. They're over 2 on 4th down conversion. They try to pass it, and they actually had that 1st down, but it was dropped, and it was barbecue chicken after that. A little bit of an ugly game for us here, but we still managed to go ahead and take care of business at the end of the day. We do win this game by a final score of 24-0. And the only thing now for our undefeated squad is to go ahead and check out the stats for our guys. So how about the defense in this performance, man? We end up winning by a final score of 24-0. But look at this total offense that we allowed. We only allowed 125 yards of total offense. The entire game, we hold them to 2 for 15 on 3rd down conversions. 0 for 3 on 4th down conversions. Shoot, they even had 3 separate trips to the red zone. They could not get a single point off us still. This defense stood tall when it needed to the most, and it came through in this game because we struggled on offense. Don't get me wrong. We had 4 turnovers on the day, a fumble and 3 interceptions by Miami. But, you know, we win the game. That's really the biggest thing that matters to me at the end of the day. So checking out the stats for our guys in Miami was showing some gunslinger tendencies. He does break the record for most touchdown passes in a career here at Earlham College, so congrats to him. Ends up with 254 yards, 3 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions though. Meanwhile, on the ground, CJ Holman was taking care of business for the most part. He had 15 carries for 81 yards on the day in total. Meanwhile, for the receivers, you know, Jariah Bond may have had the most catches, but he did have the most yards, and he didn't even get into the end zone. He did have 5 for 58, though. We did have 3 separate receivers get into the end zone. That's Jake Elliott. That's Jakeem Smith, who had the most yards on the day, 79 yards. And then Henry B. York making a very rare appearance, one of the original walk-ons that's still remaining on the team. He ends up with a single catch for 14 yards. That got us into the end zone. I think it was the record-breaking touchdown grab as well for Miami Ugallie. On defense, it seemed like Chris Ty and Finn Otis were all over the place. Chris Ty, 8 tackles, 6 TFLs, and also have a sack to go with it. Finn Otis, same thing, 7 tackles, all of them behind the line of scrimmage. Even ended up with multiple sacks here as well, not to mention Ian Levine getting in there. He got a sack. And then Frank Bowers, usually known for his kick return abilities, he got us in. He got some good action in as the backup free safety. Ended up with 6 total tackles and a TFL on the day. Meanwhile, we did force only 1 turnover here yet again, but it was a big one as Auburn was driving at the time in the beginning of the game. It was Mario Hernandez who's got his hands on the ball. He ends up getting an interception for a grand total of 1 yard returned. But hey, this defense, fundamentally sound, man. When you pitch a shutout, that's something worth to keep an eye on, man. That's something I really like to see. This is why we're one of the best defenses in the entire nation. So guys, that was actually our last home game that we're gonna have this season. The rest of the games that we're gonna have, whether it's our regular season games, our bowl game, or a potential conference championship game, is all going to be on the road. And it doesn't get any easier. Tulsa has surprised the nation, and they're number 22 in the country. They're going to be looking to give us a challenge, man, but look where we are, number 2 in the country. Few games away potentially from playing our first ever national championship game. I can't wait for us to go ahead and reach out for our destiny. It's going to be a good episode, man, so I need you guys to do me a favor. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you have to be brand new as well. This is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off, but I'm hoping you're all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.